We're excited. We're excited for a great opportunity that's in front of us. We're playing against a really good team, and it should be fun. So we're looking forward to it.
Three regular season matchups between these two squads, one win for New Orleans. What have you found to be effective in terms of defending SGA?
You just got to throw different looks at him, make his catches tough, make him have to take tough contested shots, keep him off the foul line.
And we know, he's a top 3 MVP candidate. But what are some of the unique challenges he brings trying to differentiate?
He's good in almost every action, and he can post the ball, he can ISO, he attacks you in transition. If he needs to shoot threes, he can do that. So across the board, he's a really good player. And when you're playing against guys like that, you just have to make it tough. They're going to touch the ball, they're going to get their shots, but you want to make everything extremely difficult for them.
And with him, is the first battle just keeping him off the free throw line?
That's a big part of it, not allowing him to get to the free throw line, not allowing him to get easy baskets. And you got to show your hands. He's really good if you put your hands on him at drawing contact and going to the foul line.
Really, this first playoff game here in 5 years, is the atmosphere something you talk to your team about what to expect, or is it something that's just kind of understood?
No, I think with the way the league is now, the last couple weeks of the season, you're getting that playoff type of atmosphere experience. These arenas, the fans are there, they're supportive, they're loud, and I think all the teams that, the 20 teams that are in the play-in plus playoff race, they get those experiences. So our guys, they'll be ready for it.
Naji was in the rotation, obviously, against Sacramento, first time in a couple weeks. Does that one game and how he played, change how you think about your rotations headed into the series?
Well, he technically wasn't really out of the rotation. He just was kind of still dealing with the shoulder, and as he progressed, as he healed, we didn't have Z. It was easy to put Naji right back into the mix, and we needed his play. If it's not for him, we're probably not in this position.
Willie, you and Mark spoke highly of each other last season. You both talked about how he hosted you.
Yeah.
When you first stopped playing. Have you thought about the surrealness of coaching the playoff series?
I thought about just what a blessing it is, for both he and I. Like you said, my first stop when I wanted to become a coach was here in Oklahoma. Came and visited. Sam Presti was awesome. Mark was great. He was an assistant. I think he was the head coach of the OKC Blue, and now for him to be voted Coach of the Year, much deserved, and we have an opportunity to go against each other in the playoffs. It's pretty cool, and it's a true blessing.
Willie, could you talk about why this was your first stop? Why Oklahoma City? Why the Thunder was the first place you wanted to stop post-play?
For some reason, the P's was the first Rolodex in my phone that I got to. I was like, I'm going to call Sam, and, I had visited Oklahoma that regular season while I was taking a year off. And Sam was great at that moment, and I said, I'm going to call Sam first. And he was great. He was fantastic. He was just opened the doors for me, let me come in. It was kind of like during summer league, so I was with the guys on the floor, with the coaching staff, and it was the first time that I felt like, okay, this may be something I want to do.
I know obviously who you played wasn't a concern, but this is a matchup between two teams from pretty small markets. Was there something that you think you took away from maybe that meeting that helped you be better in New Orleans these last few years? And is there any sort of feel good that two smaller markets can be in this place in this series?
Yeah, you try to pull information from all different components of life, and what I love was the togetherness of this group here, and that was years ago, but they're the same now. It's been that way for a long time. The teams go out and they play hard, they play discipline, and that was always something I wanted to add if I had an opportunity to be in this position. And as far as the smaller markets, I think it's great for the league, it's great for our fans, and we're all excited for the opportunity that's in front of us.
You just mentioned how good Trey is in every action. I just wondered, because of how many counters he has, just how unique that makes him compared to
No, I mean, a lot of these guys they're super talented and they have skill sets that are extremely high. Shea is on that list of, if you take something away from him, that he can go to some counters. Like I said, you got to make it tough on him. You got to try not to let him catch the ball. When he does, he's attacking and he has an array of moves that he can get to. But for us, it's just making it difficult all game long.
What have you liked about the way Herb has defended him as long as they played against each other?
Herb is one of the best defenders in the league, and as long as he can stay out of foul trouble, we like our wings, our guards, their size, their strength, the physicality that they bring against Shea.
Last thing for you. Are you of the belief, Jose was kind of talking about this morning, just that if he senses at the start of the game there's going to be this type of game, certain whistles that he'll adjust? Are you of the belief that a certain trend of calls can start early in the game and continue throughout it?
Yeah, I do. I feel like you can get a feel for how the game is going right away in terms of the whistle, and you make your adjustments accordingly.
You cross-match Valanciunas usually on Josh Giddey, but what have you seen that you like about that, and what are the challenges that presents?
Well, it keeps us away from Holmgren popping to space when we put him on Giddey. But then, Giddey's a player. He goes out, he plays with confidence, he can attack the basket, he can make shots when he needs to. He's a playmaker. So it's going to be, throughout the course of this series, it's going to be a number of adjustments both teams will probably have to make.
In your playing career, you played a few years with Chris Paul, and you played here with Shea for one season, and Shea's talked about the relationship and how much his mentorship has meant to him.
Yeah.
Have you seen any influence on Shea's game, just watching tape that seem just like fingerprints you see through his game?
For sure. I've seen Chris's imprint on Shea to a degree, and first you give Shea the credit. Like he takes it in, he works. You can tell he works at it. You don't become an MVP type candidate without putting the work in, and so he's got the talent. The work is there, and when you get an opportunity to learn from a Hall of Famer like Chris, usually those young players, they take 2-3 more steps forward, and there's a reason that Shea is leading this team the way he is, and definitely Chris had a hand in that.
Coach, this is, both these teams have a lot of pace and space. A lot of that has to do with, the ability of Chet out on the perimeter, inside out as well. I mean, what are some of the things that you've been able to tell the team? Obviously, you guys like to go small as well. So what are some of the things you've been able to, in practice, try to tell the team to be able to, limit his impact on both sides of it?
Yeah, he's a difference maker on this team. His ability to pick and pop, he can shot fake. You put the ball on the floor like a guard. Defensively, he's in positions to block shots. So that definitely creates some mismatches for us. But it's one of those defensive assignments where the communication is going to be extremely important when we switch screens. Keeping this team out of our paint and then finishing possessions. They do a great job of offensive rebounding.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay, thank you.